it's fucking scary. I told you about the DOT. Like, there was a lady that had like 15 years left, marking an X every day that she went to work with a red pen. Like, I'm like, but you got 15. You're marking an X for the next 15 years? Like, you're in prison.
Yeah, that was the greatest jump you ever did, man.
Thank God, bro.
It really was.
Thank God. Even if I got to go back to a 9 to 5, I'll go back to 9 to 5 and just think back on all the fun I had when I was free.
I really respect that about you. When you're like, yo, I got this job. I'm doing good. They leave me alone. They pay me well. I'm going to go take this other job at my...
I make $15,000 the first year.
That was OD.
Yeah.
That was OD. That was a moment I was like, yo, Ronnie, do it.
Yeah, bro.
Do it. Because what was the fallback? Your mom's crib. Like let's all
I can
stop.
still go back to my mom's crib.
You see what I'm saying? That's a privilege we have.
Yeah. I always say that, like, my more privileged friends, their rock bottom is like our we made it moment, you know? Like, living middle class with a car in a house that's probably paid for. That is like rock bottom, bro. That is the Hispanics like American dream, to be middle class and like, you know, like have them golden handcuffs. Like, I wish. So it's like, yeah, like living in an apartment. Like, it was a room smaller than this. Me, Remy, and Chico. And whenever people got kicked out their house, we would let them stay in our house.
My house
So that's
too.
oh my God, yes. I never walked into your house where I didn't see someone I never met before in that house. That's so true, bro. I always meet someone new.
It was consistent as I was a kid. I've gone to sleep with 3 kids and woke up with 7 others. They came from DR. They're staying here for a couple
Of weeks, turn into a couple of months.
years. It's always years.
Yo, that's
always been years.
crazy, son. Yeah, so it's like we're playing with house money, man. Like, our kids are gonna be the ones that are like traumatized, you know. Abby the other day, we were looking for parking. She couldn't understand what we were doing because she's used to a parking lot, an indoor parking lot where there's a spot. So she was like, "Why you keep circling around?" I'm like, we gotta leave the car somewhere. She's like, "But don't we have a spot?" I was like, "Nah, we in the Heights, shorty, too." Isn't that crazy?
Yo. Yeah.
I struggle with that so much.
Oh my God, that's funny. Ronnie, that's funny, man.
Yeah, it's funny, but I struggle with it. And you know what? There's nothing you can do.
Well, wait, what do you struggle with? The fact that she's...
It gets me mad. I don't like... Amara's be catching me. But I don't even like Abby getting, like, her birthday was like, whatever, pump it up. Like, Abby got mad gifts. And I'm just like, why? There's no reason. I'm just hating on my kids, which is fucked up to say. I don't care. But I be hating on them because I just be getting tight. Like, how are they supposed to be grateful? How am I supposed to teach, like...
That's why.
No, that's what it is. How am I supposed to teach grateful? Like, Abby spelled her... And I'm like fucking victim. This morning, Abby spelled her name for the first time. I got hyped. So I was like, yo, we getting you a donut after this. It's like, motherfucker, this is what she's supposed to be doing. But you get caught up. How do you... Like, you have what? King is 7?
8.
8.
He's going to be 9.
And Ilani is 7. Okay. So you deal... I mean, like, you're the first one of us to deal with it. What do you do?
That's a great question. So... I humble them in other ways. Deanna, she feels like she doesn't go overboard. I think every time she does, but it's just a matter of perspective, honestly. Like to every regular person, probably it's like, oh, she's, it's mediocre. But to me, it's like, nah, yo, what? How many balloons you get? Nah. Tell them to bring their own balloons. Yeah. We're gonna play a game. So I try to like fall back as much as possible when it comes to those things, as much as I can, and then not just throw in the budget thing. Like, what do you want to do? Cool, we can spend $700. I don't mind. And then I point out the other things, like, all right, maybe we don't have to spend $700. She'll be like, we'll spend $400. Whatever you want to spend, let me know, because I know this is important to you, but know that I'm going to have to take it out of something. Something's coming out of here. And I think that's allowed me to like manage it somehow. But again, it could be OD for them. I don't know. But I do humble them in other ways. There's other conversations that we have. I hold them accountable as much as possible. That's really it, man. Like it's interesting because I always struggle with like taking them back to the hood and having them feel, and I'm just like, but why? You know? But then there's a part of me that's like, there's a certain level of grit that you get from coming out of there. But I try to toughen them up in other ways. Jiu-jitsu is one way. You know what I mean? Having life conversations through that. I'm literally trying to toughen them out in ways that I didn't need to be tough. And I'm just kind of experimenting. Who knows? Maybe they'll be soft as shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But I'm trying not to do it the way I had to learn it. It's just unnecessary bruteness. And fear for no reason. Although that's a reality of life, which I want them to experience sooner than later. Yeah,
I hear you. I go crazy thinking about that. Like Kevin Hart, I don't know if you saw that. It was a couple years ago when he it was a bit where he was like, I brought my kids to Philly where I grew up so they can, like, same thing that you said, like, so they can see. And all they got from it was like, can we stay here the whole time or something? Yes. You remember? And I find it's like, yo, I get it. Because, like, to them, it's an adventure.
Correct.
To us, it was like, nah, bro. Like, it wasn't an adventure. We woke up and we were here.
Correct.
Like, so people try to do that. And I always think, like, I can't do it that way because, like, same thing. It's an adventure for them because they know they have the hedge is that they get to go back home. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, I think jiu-jitsu humbles me a lot. Doing it, getting choked out, like you're like this. Maris, yesterday was a rough day for me in jiu-jitsu in the sense of like I got my ass whooped. It just so happened that it was like 12 of them, and 2 of them were beginners, complete beginners. Then the other like 9 of them were monsters, and then it was me who has like 9-10 months. The problem with that, for those who don't know jiu-jitsu, is that if you got somebody like a month in, they're almost a danger to themselves. So let's say you roll, like you're teaching them more than anything because they're a danger to themselves. Mm-hmm. To someone like me, you take the guy that has like 3-4 years, they can get a little crazy with me because they know I know enough to tap when I'm in danger. So that means they could try shit with me. So it was like I said, it's nothing like they're like beating me up. That's not the kind of school I'm in. But it's just like naturally like, these guys are like, you know, like even if they, like, you know, it's just the way it goes. So I got home and I was talking to Matt and I was exhausted because like when I try to roll for an hour straight whenever I go, like, you know, whatever.
This is like after the class or just?
Yeah, so it's a class. So it's 2 hours. The first hour is like we'll teach, like we're learning the K guard.
Got it.
The whole hour, and then the second hour is like you feel free to roll for an hour. Got like it. So I try to roll just for like endurance. I'll roll for the 60 minutes, and it was 8-minute rounds, which is fucking crazy. So it was I trying to explain to her, like, she's like, you're exhausted, you're hurting, and I'm like, yeah, but my life was in danger. So like anything, I can get a call about anything after that, and I'm gonna like be like, yeah, I'm good. Like, yo, this house is on fire. All right, call 911, get the insurance claim going, like, and you're very cool about it because you, like, there was a guy that had his arm under your neck, and thank God that he acknowledged that you tapped and he didn't keep going. So like, there's something to that is like, it kind of in like knowing how delicate your life is, you kind of become more grateful. So that's why I love like them being in jiu-jitsu and all that, like, because it's controlled chaos versus what we grew up in, which is like you said, like, you don't have to teach, I don't think, adversity the way we learned it. Correct. Which was like, there's no control.
Correct.
We can do it a better way, but still put these little fuckers in danger.